We live in an increasingly digital world. From our cell phones to our iPads to laptops and 60-inch television screens. These electronic devices emit and leave us constantly surrounded by electromagnetic fields, also known as EMF. Now, while these invisible forces power our modern conveniences, many concerns have risen about the potential health effects of prolonged EMF exposure. One of the concerns is the impact of EMF on energy levels, particularly among women. That's why on today's episode, I'll explain the connection between EMF and low energy levels in women, explore available research, and provide 6 holistic tips on how to mitigate potential risks. So friend, if you're ready to pull the plug on draining EMF and increase your energy levels holistically, grab a notebook and pen and let's dive in. Hey friend, welcome to Integrative Medicine for Energy and Health. Are you struggling with low energy, excessive weight, chronic fatigue, imbalanced hormones, or body aches and pains that are robbing you of enjoying life? If you're ready to take the guesswork out of living a healthier life, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Rekishia. I'm a mom, honorably retired Air Force veteran, award-winning author, social worker, and Christian alternative medicine provider. For years, I tried improving my health through conventional medicine and nothing worked until I finally found a simple strategy that was easy and fun. This podcast will provide you with natural ways to increase energy, lose weight, regulate hormones, and improve your mood. If you're ready to live, look, and feel better, grab your favorite cup of herbal tea and let's jump in. Did you know that I have a monthly online health coaching accountability program for women just like you? Women who want to increase energy, lose weight, and balance hormones using alternative medicine. Women are experiencing positive and dramatic results and are looking, living, and feeling better. Visit my website at rekishiamcmillan.com for a free consultation. You'll also find the link in today's show notes. When smartphones first came out, I will be the first to say that I was opposed to getting one. I didn't want to get an Apple iPhone, and I certainly didn't want to get an Android because of the things that I saw, particularly involving how much time people spent using their beloved digital devices, and I didn't want to get sucked into that. Well, eventually I did get a smartphone and I started out with the iPhone 6. And let me tell you, I was absolutely amazed at what I could do with this handheld digital device, from banking to emailing to writing letters, creating graphics, taking pictures. It did all of the things. You know, Steve Jobs, he had the vision of everyone having a computer in their hand, and truly, his vision has come to pass. Now, over the years, there are things that I've had to do as far as setting up healthy boundaries to make sure that I'm using my phone in a productive way, not overdoing it. And in times past, there were times that I noticed that when I was using my phone for work, it felt like I had been drained, and I didn't understand why until I began doing a little research and found out about EMFs. So to give you a better understanding of electronic magnetic fields, or EMFs, I'll share a little bit about what it is. EMF is a form of non-ionizing radiation that's generated by various electrical and electronic devices such as our cell phones, our TVs, Wi-Fi routers, and power lines. These fields consist of electric and magnetic components that oscillate at specific frequencies. Now, EMF is generally considered safe at typical exposure levels. However, concerns have risen concerning chronic and excessive exposure, especially due to the growth of wireless technologies. So, what's the correlation between EMF and energy levels in women? Well, there have been several studies that show the potential relationship between EMF exposure and low energy levels in women. And there are three particular things that I want to share on today. The first one is sleep disruption. So, EMF from devices such as smartphones, Wi Fi routers may interrupt sleeping patterns. And when sleep is interrupted, that leads to poor sweet sleep quality. This leads to fatigue, reduced energy levels in women, and there are some studies that even show that women are more susceptible to sleep disturbances that are caused by EMF. The second thing is hormonal effects. Research has proposed that EMF exposure could also impact hormonal balance, particularly in women. And these hormonal fluctuations can lead to fatigue, mood swings, as well as reduced energy levels. And the third thing is increased stress. So, a constant exposure to EMF from electronic devices can contribute to chronic stress within the body. And this high stress level can drain our energy reserves and negatively affect overall well being, potentially impacting women more severely due to hormonal factors. And so these are some serious areas of concern regarding our health in EMF. So, what are some of the things that you can do to mitigate EMF related energy drain? And so, the things that I'm going to share with you are things that I practice in my own life that I think will be beneficial to you. And so the first thing is limiting device use. Yes, we have to reduce that screen time and minimize the use of our beloved electronic devices, especially before bedtime, to improve our sleep quality. Now, this does require discipline and setting up healthy boundaries for yourself, something that I really try hard to do. And sometimes it's challenging, especially as a business owner, a mom, and all of the things. I really have to set a time to not use digital devices or watch TV after a certain hour. Now, for me, this is anywhere between 8 and 9 p.m. And for me, I'm not a TV person, so I really don't watch TV during the week, only on weekends when we have family time. I'll watch a couple of hours, and that's it for me. Regarding my cell phone, I have set the setting to see how much time that I'm actually using on my phone. And so you can set this up on your phone as well, so you can really see how much time that you're using. You can set a goal to really outline how much time you want to dedicate to using your phone. So, for instance, if you have a goal of only being on your cell phone for no more than 3 hours a day, this will help you to maintain that healthy digital boundary. The second thing is creating EMF free zones. So you can designate certain areas in your home as EMF free zones to allow for rest and relaxation. And so for me, my home office, which is in my loft, it doesn't really have a TV there, no routers, no digital devices of any kind, unless I bring my cell phone or my laptop to do some recording, whether it's audio or video. But I am a firm believer of having at least one space in your home that is an EMF free zone. Also, when it comes to your bedroom, I'm a firm believer that our bedrooms are our sleeping sanctuaries because, as I shared, EMFs can create those sleep disturbances. And so it's best not to have EMF devices in your bedroom. So for me, I don't have a TV in my bedroom. Usually for my cell phone, I keep it at least 5 feet away from my bed at night, or sometimes I even keep it in my closet. When it comes to time, if I want to really note that, I actually have an old school non EMF clock that I absolutely love. I used to track the time in the morning. Also, something to note is that if you have children or grandchildren, ensure that you are removing their iPads, even turning off their TV if they do have a TV in their room at a certain hour, taking those digital game devices and putting them up until the next day, removing them completely from their bedroom, because this is helping to promote good sleep hygiene for your children. But also, EMFs are known to impact brain development in small children. So we want to make sure that we're protecting them as well. Another thing that you can do when it comes to creating an EMF free zone is not to use Wi Fi, but you can use Ethernet cables instead. So when you have that need to use your computer, if you can use an Ethernet cable, use that as an alternative. And then the last thing is not using your microwave, but instead using a conventional oven or your stovetop to warm up your food. The third thing is that you want to use EMF reducing products. So consider using EMF reducing shields for your cell phones or EMF blocking curtains to minimize exposure. One of the things that I do is that on my cell phone is I actually have an EMF shield that is actually what is called a shungite stone. And it's a small circular disc with a sticky backing that I mounted on my phone. And if you're not familiar with shungite, it is a natural stone. It is black in color, very smooth, but it's believed to have some properties that can help with EMF protection. There have been many scientific studies on it, in fact. And so the EMF radiation that comes forth, the shungite stone actually reduces it, that's coming from your phone. And that's important because that impacts your brain health, your eye health, and it also disrupts that electronic current that's flowing through our body. And so when you have that shungite stone on your phone, it's actually a form of protection to help you. So if I am working on my computer, such as I'm doing right now, I have on my shungite stone necklace. It's a round disc, almost about the size of a $50. And so it deflects EMF while I'm working on my computer or any kind of technology. So I have the disc on my phone, I have a necklace, and I also have a bracelet that I do wear from time to time too. Now, there are some people that also carry a small shungite neutralizing stone that's a round disc, also about the size of a $50, in their pocket for the same protective effects. And so when you're using your cell phone, another good habit is to try to use your speakerphone or your headphones as to not put the cell phone right up to your head to protect you from those EMF emissions. The fourth thing is practicing mindfulness. So, engaging in stress reduction techniques such as prayer, journaling, meditation, Pilates, or even deep breathing with essential oils like lavender helps to counter the potential stress related effects of EMF. And one of the things that I like to do is I love to journal in a very quiet place, a peaceful atmosphere. This is usually in my bedroom or up in my loft. that's free of any kind of digital distractions with essential oils that are diffused in the atmosphere. This helps me to stay grounded as well as keeps my nervous system calm while reducing stress. The fifth thing is regular physical activity. So, maintaining a regular exercise routine to boost your energy levels and your overall health, we know that that is so important because exercising helps to regulate our hormones, and being exposed to EMF radiation can also create those imbalances. So, doing daily exercises is going to definitely help you to balance your hormones. And so you can do exercises such as high intensity interval training, also known as HIIT, because this can stimulate a certain pathway in the mitochondria, which in turn protects us from the effects of radiation. And the sixth and the final thing is consider placing EMF barriers within your home to deflect and shield you and your family from harmful EMF. You can do certain things such as using wooden blinds or shades on your windows. You can also have authentic hardwood floors as well as trim installed within your home. Or you can also decorate your home with EMF shungite decor, such as block stones or even round stones that you can obtain. And so this is something that I intentionally practice in helping to have my home environment EMF protected. And so my prayer is that these will be helpful and beneficial to you. Let's wrap it all up. Psalms 139 verses 13 and 14 says, "For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well." Technology is all around us, and the fact of the matter is that we cannot escape EMF. However, we can take proactive measures to protect not only us, but our families from the harmful effects. While the connection between EMF exposure and low energy levels in women is a topic of ongoing research, it's essential to be mindful of our electronic device usage and potential risks. By adopting precautionary measures to reduce EMF exposure, by limiting device use, creating EMF-free zones, using EMF-reducing products, practicing mindfulness, regular exercise, and placing EMF barriers within our homes can help to safeguard your energy levels and overall well-being in our increasingly connected world. I'll leave you with Isaiah 40, verse 29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Hey friend, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who may want to have more energy and improve their health naturally? Also, I would love it if you could leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It blesses me tremendously to know that this podcast is helping you. Alrighty then, it's time to go make a protein shake and go for a hike. No more days of feeling tired and drained. I'll see you in a few days for another episode. God bless.